Hey guys, so we're going to do a little review over transformation. So I know I'm looking at the other screen, but you know I'm just looking at my second monitor over here. So I want to remind you of this table, and you should have this in your notes, but these are like how transformations are going to look in our equations. So remember with horizontal shifts, if I have an x minus h, that means I'm moving to the right. And if I have an x plus h, that means I'm moving to the left. With vertical shifts, plus k means I'm going up. If it was a minus k, it means I'm going down. And with reflections over the x-axis, remember that means that my y is changing. So I want you to think whole equation here. Reflections over the y-axis, that means only my x is changing, which is why I have it on the inside, right? Inside means x, outside means y. And with vertical stretches and shrinks, this is the whole equation because we're thinking vertical, meaning y. So make sure on this one too that you distribute that a to the whole equation as needed. So let's do some examples. Here we have f of x equals x, and we want to do some transformations to it. We have a translation 5 units up followed by a vertical shrink by a factor of 1/4. So I always remember to take notes. It's so important because the order matters. So I have a translation 5 units up. So I'm going to make a note that my first one is going to be plus 5 up, followed by a vertical shrink by a factor of 1/4. So my second one is a vertical shrink. Let me go backwards. Shrink by 1/4. And if I remember vertical shrink, I go back up to my table. Oh yeah, so a stretch or a shrink means that I'm going to multiply it times the whole equation. It's a stretch if this number was greater than 1. So the only difference is that this is just called a shrink, but the process is still the same. So I'm going to be taking that 1/4 and multiplying it by my whole equation. So remember the second step is to apply one at a time. Apply one at a time. One at a time. So my original is this f of x equals x. So the OG, f of x equals x. So now I'm going to start applying one at a time. Let's just call the new one g. G of x, we're just giving it a new name, but we're still calling this an equation. So the first transformation is the 5 units up. So 5 units up, I've got to remember that's a vertical shift, and that means I'm just going to add 5 to the end of the equation. So my original is just x, so I have g of x equals x, and I'm going to add 5. And I went 5 up. I don't need to simplify this, that's as simple as I can get. So let's do the second one. Second transformation is a vertical shrink by 1/4. So g of x, I'm going to make sure that I take that 1/4 and multiply it times my whole equation. So I'm going to put in this one from above, x plus 5. And now I need to simplify. Well, because this is in parentheses, I don't have any of the absolute values. I can distribute everywhere. So I'm going to distribute to this x and to the 5. So when I simplify, I get 1/4 x plus, now 5 times 1/4 is going to be 5/4. So there's my new equation. Let's do another example. Here we have a longer one. F of x equals x plus 1 plus 3. And we want to do a translation 2 units to the right. So my first one is going to be 2 right. Then I have a vertical stretch by a factor of 2. So the second step is going to be a vertical stretch by 2. Okay, so my OG, it's a little longer this time. That's okay. We're just going to keep this as our original and change it from where we're at. So for the new one, let's do step 1. Let's just call it g of x. And I want to go 2 to the right. So 2 to the right, what does that mean? So if I go back to the horizontal shift, I know if I'm going to the right, it's going to be x minus 2. X minus 2. But right now I have a plus 1. So I don't want to move that plus 1 because I'm already at plus 1. But I want to go 2 backwards from there so that I can move to the right. So watch how I'm just going to add this to my original equation. I have x plus 1, but I'm just going to subtract 2 from what's already in there. Because I want to go to the right 2. And I still have the plus 3. I'm not touching the outside because we're just moving left and right. So now let me simplify this. Well, x plus 1 minus 2, that's x plus 1 minus 2. If I think about this on the side, 1 plus negative 2, that's the same thing as like 1 minus 2, which is going to be negative 1. So I'm going to have a negative 1 on the inside. Notice again, I did not just replace it with the minus 2. I've got to move from where I'm already at. So for instance, if I'm already I was at x plus 1, which means I'm on the left one, right? If I want to move to the right 2, I'm going to be right here at 1, which means now I'm going to have x minus 1 inside parentheses. Plus 3. Okay, so I've got that one. Let's do step 2. So it says a vertical stretch by 2. So I remember vertical stretch means I'm going to take that whole equation and multiply it by 2. So g of x equals, I'm going to put the 2 out front, and I'm going to put the whole equation inside. So absolute value of x minus 1 plus 3. Now, be careful. When you distribute the 2, we don't go inside the absolute values. We're going to go right in front, and then we're going to hit the last one too, because we got to affect the whole outside, but not the inside. So watch my new equation. It's going to be 2 on the outside times the absolute value of x minus 1. Notice I did not even touch the inside. And 2 times 3 is 6. So this last number is also going to change. Be extra careful and make sure you hit both of them. Okay, so the last example, now this is asking you to describe the transformation from the parent function of this new function. So my OG is the f of x equals x, absolute value of x, sorry. And my new one is this negative 1/2 times the absolute value of x minus 1 plus 2. And it's just asking me to describe. So if you remember my steps, circle what's different. So I'm going to say circle differences. And step 2, we're going to describe each one. So I look here, let's see what's different. I've got this negative out front, and remember the negative is telling me about the reflection. I'll give you that hint. We're going to keep these separate. Anything out front, we're going to keep separate. Then I have this minus 1, and then I have this plus 2. So let's do these in order. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I want you're going to have to describe all of them. 2, 3, 4. So a negative out front. Anytime I see a negative out front, I want you to think reflection. Reflection is what creates that negative. So notice again, the reflection over the x-axis, that negative is out front. That means I'm reflecting over the x-axis. Okay, I have something else out front, and it's a 1/2. Anything out front, you need to think it's affecting y. So now I have this 1/2. Well, it's going to be a vertical something, and when it's multiplying out front, it's going to be a stretch or shrink, but it's a 1/2. So it's not going to be a stretch, it's a vertical shrink. So I'm going to say vertical shrink by 1/2. Okay, now I have this x minus 1 on the inside. X minus 1 on the inside. Inside means I'm talking about x, so this is moving left and right. If I have a minus 1, remember it's backwards than what you think. This means I'm moving to the right 1. And then the last thing is this plus 2 on the outside, which is telling me I'm going up 2. Okay, get some practice in. Good luck.